Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Jones, and I'm going to be your instructor for college algebra this summer. This is probably the first thing that you're looking at or watching. I've tried to make it be the first thing that pops up on D2L for you. So, hello, and welcome to the course. So, let's go ahead and start off. We're just going to do a D2L sort of walkthrough here. We're going to look at D2L. And I'm starting off from Google just to show you guys how you can get there just from scratch and from the same starting point. Just do a quick Google search, FRCC D2L, and it should be the first link that pops up, frcc.desire2learn.com. Click on that. I've got my password saved here. You type in your S number and then the same password that you use to log into your school computers. We'll hit login. And this takes us to the main home page of D2L here. So you've got some school-wide announcements. You've got courses here. For me, college algebra is the first course because I've pinned it to the top with this little icon. If it's not the first course here, you can scroll through all of these and look for it, and you can pin it to the top. So you'll see my name, Ryan Jones, Matt 121507, College Algebra, and make sure you're on the Summer 2020 tab as well. We don't want Spring 2020 or anything like that. So we'll click here on College Algebra, and we'll go into the main homepage of the course. While I'm here, I'm actually going to switch to a student setting. I have that option. You guys obviously wouldn't. So this is exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see my name and the course right up on the top. A nice picture of the mountain and the sun. And you'll see a top toolbar here. This FRCC will take you to the homepage of D2L. This link right here will take you to the exact page that we're on now. So this is sort of our home button for the course. You can look at some other courses that you might have here with this drop down. I won't look at that though for us. We've got internal messaging. You can send an internal message to myself or other students. You've got subscription alerts on discussions and posts, and we'll look at that later. We've got update alerts, so you can see updates for the course and things like that. As well as updates here, we'll see updates right on the very top of our homepage here. There's nothing so far. And you'll see announcements that I post. We'll take a look at those announcements in just a second. There's none yet, but there will be on day one of the course. So over here, we've got My Math Lab Plus and a nice little link to it. I won't click on this because there's a whole other sort of guidebook to go through My Math Lab Plus. I'm not going to do that now. We're just looking at D2L, but this is where you're going to access all of your homework and almost all of your deliverables for the course. So I'm going to go ahead and click on announcements right here. And this is if you wanted to look at every announcement. There's nothing yet, but you could click here and you could look at all of them. Let me go away from impersonating as a student just so you guys can see the announcements. I've already made some announcements to sort of auto-generate out on a week-by-week basis. So you can see like week 7 has begun. This is an announcement. And I just say like, hey, look at the tasks that you have. Here's what they are. And, you know, it's just sort of it's almost like a text message of just like, hey, like take a look at this. And then you go in and you can look at everything. You'll notice here I do have several scheduled ones that go off right in the beginning. Week 1 has begun. Office hours, Prof S's lecture videos. We'll look at that later. My Math Lab Plus, discussion boards, welcome to the course, a whole bunch of things here. And you'll see all these on May 26th. I don't know when you're watching this video, but whenever May 26th at 12:01 a.m. is for you, that's when these are all posted. You can see all of them. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go back to our homepage. I'm going to view as a student again. So let's look at this top toolbar here, course materials, activities, progress, and so on. I'm going to go through this in maybe seemingly backwards order, sort of order of least importance or least substance, if you will. If we click on progress here, we can go to grades. Don't worry about these other two, but we'll click on grades and you can see your grades. So you'll notice we've got homework taken from My Math Lab. We've got discussion on D2L. I'll be grading you on that. Quiz average, that's all from my math lab, final exam, which is also on my math lab, and reading assessment, which is on my math lab. You can see the weights of those here. My math lab homework is 20% of the course. D2L discussions are 10% of the course. Quizzes in my math lab are 50%. The final in my math lab is 15%, and the reading assessment is 5 in my math lab. These might change from the time of me making this video until the actual course starts, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to just keep it right here. But you can look at your grades here. There's obviously nothing in here yet because, well, 1, I'm an instructor, and 2, we haven't done anything yet. So I'm going to now click on activities. We've got 5 things here, but we're just going to look at discussions. So this is where all of our D2L discussions are, that 10% of the course. And what you can see here is I've got general discussions. There's 3 topics there. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on and so forth. In weeks 1 through 3, we have multiple discussion topics. From week 4 onward, there's just 1. And let me just go ahead and click on week 4. Every single week, we're going to have this content discussion. This pops up every single week. You are required to make some sort of authentic or meaningful discussion post weekly. And this has to do with, asking a question on, hey, I didn't understand how to do this problem. Here's a screenshot of it. Can somebody help me? You could answer someone's question there. Maybe you see something in the book that you're confused about, or in a lecture video that you didn't understand. And you'll make a post here, and then it's sort of a collaborative environment. I can answer your questions. Other students can answer your questions as part of their post. And there's a whole lot there. We have these content discussions weekly, so you have to do that every week. And then what you'll notice here, let me click on week 1. In the first couple weeks, there are some extra discussion posts. There's introductions, exponent symbols, and screen capture, and then again, that content discussion. So in this case, in week 1, there's 2 more discussions that I want you to do other than the content discussion. So you have to do those. We can see here that I actually made a post yesterday at about 6 p.m. in introductions. And let me go ahead and click here on this introductions discussion. And what I did was I started a new thread, and you can see that thread right here. It's authored by me, and I titled the subject Ryan Jones Intro. If I click on this, you'll see down here that there's a nice little bio about me. I typed all this in. I threw in a photo of me backpacking with a kind of a funny face, and you could reply to this. You could say, "Great picture, Ryan," or you could say something like that, and that would be you replying to my post. Right. So you guys will make a new thread. You guys will start a thread here. You'll get comfortable with actually making a thread, a post and replying and things like that. You guys will make your own bios, and we'll see all that. But I just figured I'd show you that sort of layout here. So this is discussions. Like I said, we've got this weekly, and in the first couple weeks, we're going to have more than 1 discussion post. From week 4 onward, there will just be 1 discussion post. And that's found under activities and the discussions. Let's go ahead and look at course materials. We've got 4 things here. We're just going to look at content, and this is the bulk of D2L here. I'm going to click on the table of contents here. We've got our little pane on the left that shows sort of everything, module by module. And if I click on table of contents, it'll show all of these. You can see getting started, weekly agendas, processes videos, so on and so forth. So looking at this getting started, let's click on that over here. We'll just see getting started. Look at here. There's a whole bunch of documents right here, schedule, syllabus, the nitty gritty, instructor bio, is this course for you, tips for success, so on and so forth. There's a whole bunch of things here that you guys should look through. Discussion board rubric, how do I grade discussion posts? And there's a whole bunch there in getting started. This should be the first thing that you guys go to and look at before you start any math. I'm going to skip over weekly agendas. Let's look at Prof S's videos. So Prof S is a faculty in he does a lot of online courses, and he's actually made lecture videos, and he's posted them on YouTube. And he's got every section of our book posted there. So what I've done here is I've embedded in a nice little box his lecture videos here. If I start playing this, you can make it full screen. You can also just open it in YouTube via this embedded box right here. I also have a direct link down here for you. This embedded link is always going to start off on section 1.3 on that video because he has them in a playlist. If you come up here to the top right, you can click on this playlist and you can scroll through all of these section videos. You could click on section 2.4 and watch that lecture video. These are out of order from what we're going to be doing. I have a slightly different order that I like to go through the book as opposed to Prof S. So he has them in his order. That's a little bit different from my order, but it should be fairly straightforward to, if you want to watch section 1.2, you just go to this video. So there's that right there. Direct link if you want in YouTube or just embedded within D2L. Let's go back to the table of contents. So there will be some SI material here. I'm not going to click on that because it's not really updated yet. Math Help Center schedules. There is nothing here right now because we don't have those schedules out at the time of this video creation, but I will post that here. How-to videos, how to navigate MyMathLab Plus, that's a big one. And then some other things about discussions, how to use the toolbar, how to insert an image. You guys saw I had my backpacking image, that photo of me thrown into the discussion post, and that'll be good for you guys to know how to do that. There's some helpful links here, online learning resources, disability services, etc. Click on those. Let's pop up back here to weekly agendas. So if I click here on weekly agendas, you can see all these sub-modules here, weeks 1 through 10. And I've got the dates here, and it shows every week. Let's go ahead and click on week 1. Got a nice big blue box that shows you discussions that are due for the week and assignments that are due for the week. So discussions, as we saw before, we had that introductory discussion, the bio that I posted on already. Exponent symbols and screen capture, I want you to make a post there. And then content discussion, you're going to see that every week. Ignore this right now. I need to delete this. I originally had Prof S's lecture videos as discussions, but it became cumbersome to navigate, so I took them out and just made that direct link that I showed you guys. So don't worry about this being right here. I need to get rid of that. And then we've got assignments and tasks. You'll notice that almost everything is MyMathLab Plus, MyMathLab Plus, MyMathLab Plus. There's occasionally, a course information quiz or, some other things here. With the link below, you can see that down here at the bottom of the screen. But it's basically for every section, section 1.3, we've got a Prof S video that I want you to watch. You've got my math lab videos that you have to watch, homework, reading assessment, quiz, videos, homework, reading, quiz. And it just kind of goes on section by section. And these are due throughout the week, okay? I stagger them throughout the week to keep you guys honest and keep you guys working on the course. And also just because we have a lot to get through, and I know it's not good to just try and do everything on a Sunday night. So I make these due throughout the week, and you got to do those. Nice big blue box there. If you scroll down past it, you'll see the quiz for the course information is here, and then links to discussion topics. You can see introductions, exponents, symbols, and screen capture, and content discussion. Again, that content discussion will be there every week. And these are just links to the discussion posts that obviously you can go to activities and discussions to see those. Let's click on another week. Let's go down to like week 6. Dates, 6/29 to 7/5. And again, content discussion, ignore this Prof S lecture. I'm going to get rid of that. Assignments and tasks, boom. All right here, videos, homework, reading, quiz for every section. We've got 3 sections for this week 6, due staggered throughout the week and so on and so forth. And then again, a link to the discussion topic if you want that there. Go down to week 10 and you can say, hey, look, we got the final exam, and that's really all we have to do that week, as well as one discussion post. But yeah, so we've got that here, weekly agendas. But that's kind of our basic outline of the course materials content section, and I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it at that. That's pretty much our navigation of D2L. So hopefully you guys got all that, and we'll have a good rest of the semester. And let me know if there's any questions. Thanks.